Well, you see, in a Gnostic way, Jesus' way, the only way, is to come via the Spirit, which is to speak only of God, and only of God as Father. In other words, kindness, Dad, Abba, love, not just power. It's power and love, it's both. We distinguish, but in some sense they're fused together, they're the same. I'm not sure about that one, but I'll come back to it if I can. So, the way is the fish thing, and amazingly, the academic I'm talking about who says principle has to be flexible, is in fact, his name's fish. And, we think of Jesus as coming in this new age, the age of the fish. Is it called an acrostic? And the Christians have used it as such, in the Christian religion, Jesus Christ crucified and so on. But the Gnostic understanding would be, I should say could be, because I'm still here in this world, I could be wrong, couldn't I? There's uncertainty abounding. That principle is not valid. It's not law that's valid. It's the law of God, which is in some sense, it's spirit. And spirit is appropriate to every circumstance. It's not some fudge. It's more a principle, something behind it, which we're trying to keep. Principle kept in the extreme gives absurdity. I'm now giving free speech to hate speech. I mean, that's not what you want. It's just not right. Freedom of speech is a principle. It's not an iron rule. And in this world of uncertainty and so on, there are no iron rules that are valid. I mean, even in a sense, dare I say, the principle of God being Father, formal, Victorian, is misunderstood. Oh dear, it's obedience. No, it's love, says Jesus. Do you see? But in some sense, the principle's right. A kind father, a good father, a perfect father is both loving and powerful. Able and loving, kind. So, behind principle is something deeper. It's just loving kindness. And I mean, with an ability, of course. I mean, without an ability, kindness can be extremely misplaced and so forth, you see. One doesn't display kindness in situations where such will lead to a bad outcome, harm. Encourage people to do something that's really going to be harmful to them or to someone else. The great leap forward, the reformation, if you like, of Jesus' story to what we historistically think of as Judaic religion was that God is not just all-powerful. He's a loving God. He's kind. So the foundation principle behind that is the principles are not laws. They are appropriate to something deeper, some caring purpose that God is. in his ability. It's something like that. I don't mean I've expressed it well, because I'm thinking as I go along. In fact, I'm actually walking at the minute. I wouldn't say by the sea. I'm on top of a cliff, walking between Frinton and Walton, because I'm on my way to morning church down there. And yeah. So the Jesus story brings, at a surface level, God is Dad. At a deeper level, it's pointing out that the humanity, which is life, the best form of life that we physically, or the most complex in the sense that we come across here, as far as we know, is appropriate to something deeper than simply a law or a regulation. It's to do with compassion and creativity and nobleness of purpose. Something about the noble purpose that takes priority over laws, over principles, over everything. The sovereignty of God, you see, is safe in the understanding, in the conception of him being all-powerful and all-perfect. And we reach out to that. Now you may say this is a simplicity because we don't know the fullness of God. Very true. But it holds up, that simplicity holds up. And therefore, the flexibility that Jesus introduces into religion. But I say unto you, in the Sermon on the Mount. What? Who does he think he is? But of course the Christian bounces back and says he's God. No, he doesn't say he's God. He says he comes with his Father's sending to tell you that God is Dad, Abba, Father, friendly Dad. And this leads you into an even deeper loveliness as to about his character, which is not legalistic. It's human. I was going to say humanistic, but of course that would have a misunderstanding now, the way the word's used. But it's something of true life. He is life. And in some sense, at what he is priority, life. And we are life, born of him. Isn't that simply wonderful? Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Look, dear one, I'm not here to sweep away all uncertainty, but to declare that since it is, God has allowed it, it's for a great blessing. So, although I say these things, you are still in some degree, uncertainty, of course. Possibly more so because Marshall said it. Well, it's to reach out in this uncertainty to what you value. And of course, what I value is behind what I speak. And, well, the values are not perfect. Not yet. I'm still here. I'm not just here for the benefit of others. He can do that without me. I'm here because he knows it's a benefit for me. That's what I value. This amazing loving God. In my understanding, given my values. Your view of God is not going to be another person's view of God. You are an individual. And I take it that your individuality is through all eternity what you bring to the glory of heaven. as a child of God and matured perhaps, I don't know, is there a final stage at which we're mature? We're in communion with God. I mean, that's staggering, fantastically wonderful, isn't it? Goodness gracious. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. So what I'm implying